this forest was
Gel ormanda yüzeyim.
nothing more than a graveyard. But with time, it evolved through rain and fire.
Ne diyecektik lan istiyorum yerine? Oğlum istiyorum yerine ne diyecektik? Bak fakir düşünceler bak. Yoksulluktan çıkan bir kelime. Neyle değiştiriyorduk?
Predators fall. But the real question is,
talep ediyorum.
who can survive? On day one, the tank was built from dirt, a log, and a fox skeleton from head to toe.
Bu gerçek bir iskelet mi lan? Çok plastik duruyor.
It may look barren now, but
Oğlum böyle ölür mü lan? Böyle ölmez ki tilki. Ne amına koyayım? Yüzü koyun yatıyor gibi ölemez yani.
it may look barren now,
Bu secdeden
but where there is death, there is life.
Vay be. Plastik değil bence.
Selam diyor ki abi babaannem tam böyle ölmüştü.
The first plants began to emerge, and they overtook the landscape. There were animals both big
Not.
and small. The snails were the earliest signs of life and spend most of their time eating. Everything was at peace. Though this peace wasn't going to last for long. Plants were disappearing at an alarming rate, and not because of the snails. Something else was eating them. Something underground. Earthworms. They were taking over and destroying everything in their path. I needed to control them. I needed a predator. Meet the eastern worm snake. She is a master worm hunter, and hopefully she can keep their population in check.
Zaten dayanamıyor, bırak beni diyor. Kısa bırak.
While this war was going on below ground, something magical began to grow above.
Oha lan gerçekmiş var ya.
They are one of the fastest growing species on our planet, and snails have emerged to feed. These mushrooms were not the only life within the log. Inside, there lies the beginnings of an empire. This is a queen carpenter ant, and she is raising her first batch of young. Each one of these larvae
Adam evet Allah simülatörü yapmış
is going
ya
to
kendine.
become a loyal
Derim ayar
worker
veriyor.
to serve
Biraz yağmur.
empire.
Biraz böyle bir benzin mi döksek hafif?
The plants
Böyle bir
had grown
moddam.
dramatically. There were now many forms of life, but could they live together? This slug, for example, had just laid a pile of eggs.
Biraz
She has to stand watch because other
buraya
animals
böyle
were out to
toki yapılacak. Beton atıyor.
They were not
Kaldırım
only
taşıyor.
eating her eggs, but many of the plants too. Their population was quickly
Hazırlıyor abi,
getting
adam var
out
ya.
of hand.
Totally
They
Accurate
didn't
Battle
have
Simulator
a
yapıyor.
predator until
Manik yo alt çizgi diyor ki TRT belgesel asansörü gibi.
Ne?
now. Here is a male and female jumping spider. They make one deadly duo. After adding them into the tank, they began the
Çok iyi yapmış
hunt.
ama iyi takip
The
ediyorsun.
crickets have incredible eyesight, but the spider's vision is even better. They have eyes on the front and back of their head. With only one bite, he is totally
Nasıl
paralyzed.
ya? Bu kadar hızlı.
With
Yazık
only
lan.
one bite, he is totally paralyzed. It was time to enjoy
Felç.
her hard-earned meal.
Ya bu örümcekler çok ilginç yiyordu değil mi? Böyle ısırıyorlar bir şey, sonra asit mi ne, böyle erite erite içiyorlardı sonra. Bildiğim kadarıyla. Çok korkunç lan. Dev bir örümcek tarafından yenmek.
Now, life around the log did not go
Çok cool.
unnoticed. Inside, the queen's first worker had begun to
Burada
hatch.
takılıyor.
The queen helped her emerge from her cocoon until she could stand on her own 6 feet. She was the first of many. By day 50, the tank was
Brod diyor ki
completely
böcek milis hake yapıyor. Öz abim bir de bu zaten tam olsun.
Ha, dur.
overgrown.
Çocuk işçi fabrikası var oğlum orada. Xiaomi fabrikası kurdu. Şey yani sürekli asker basıyor sonra hepsini topluyor olacak. Yani iyi stratejim değil
The
bence.
plants were choking each other out. I needed something to eat them. Something
Tavşan atıyorum.
meet the spike plate millipede. These large herbivores should eat many of the plants.
Abi işte bak gerçekten teknolojinin yaptığı her şey doğadan esinlenilmiş yani. Burada da anlıyorsunuz. Her şey.
After adding them in, they took refuge
Kuşlardan
deep in the
uçaklar.
undergrowth.
Hı.
They
Bunlardan
explored the
şeyler.
tank, looking for a safe place to hide. This one had walked right past a web. A jumping spider nest. This
Çok tatlı
nest
lan bu.
was built with one goal in mind.
Selam
to
diyor
protect
ki lüks
the
art
young.
neden
For
esinlenildi
now,
peki?
she closes off the door and seals herself in. Meanwhile, the slug eggs were about to hatch. At this stage, they were completely transparent and the babies were trying to find a way out. The first baby manages to break free and soon the rest follow. Clouds were rolling in,
Ay
and
ananı
all of
avradını
the
ya.
animals
Yavşak.
needed to hide.
His makinesi bastı heriflere ya.
It could only mean one thing. It was about to rain.
Aha. Oğlum çocuklar yeni doğdu. Ayıp ya. Bir ışık da veriyor evet. Ses falan da veriyordur ya.
Many of the
Bitti.
animals gathered after the storm for a drink. Even the worm snake made a short visit.
Oğlum aslında bak çok garip değil mi yani? Mesela kendinizi şu şey yavrusu gibi düşünün. Lag yavrusu gibi. Hani bu adamın dünyası bu. Bu adamın gerçekliği bu chat. Ya bizimki de öyleyse hani düşünsene. Belki akvaryumumuzdan farkında değiliz. Bu adam çünkü burada doğdu, burada ölecek. Bu herif tırnak içinde gerçek dünya kavramı diye bir şey yok yani. Hani bu adamın gerçek dünyası ne ki? Bu. Anladın mı? Din bilim Darwin gerçekten yani.
Even the worm snake
Simülasyon
made a
aynen
short
öyle.
visit. By day 80, flowers began to bloom.
Revonal çizgi diyor ki aynen.
Ya. Arada yollar mı?
Despite their beauty, not all life was balanced. The
Bunun
jumping
yüzüne
spiders
bulaştırmış.
were having trouble finding food as the ants were taking over. Inside their nest, an army was forming. I
Bunlar da
needed to
bininci
stop
gün
them.
anca
It was
hazırlanacak.
time to introduce a new predator.
Aha.
Here is a
As-
group of scorpions, and not just any scorpion. These are wood scorpions. They have powerful claws and a venomous sting. So, it was time to add them into the tank.
Bunlar
Aynen. Bana şuradan bir taş bulu alsana.
ya Zipo
I carefully lowered them into the undergrowth. Most of the scorpions decided to take shelter,
amına koyayım ya.
but this one had wandered into
Abi bunların bir proporsiyonları
But
bunların
this
götü çok küçük kalmış ya. Hiç ciddiye alamıyorum. Bu ne ya?
one had wandered into jumping spider
İki de akrep.
territory. He has no idea because he is nearly blind.
Ha, hiçbir fikri yok çünkü. Şpör. Bro. Öyle olmaz ama yani.
His only option was to stand completely still. She's tasting him to see if he's food.
Yalıyor ya. O da mı farkında? Okacak mı şimdi bir
As
anda?
she begins to walk away, he moves. But it looks like he got away with it this time.
Oğlum soksana.
That mistake
Allah
almost cost him his life. And soon, day faded to night and they re-emerged.
Oh shit, bu ne oldu? Hep parlıyor ya.
They glow under ultraviolet light, so they can recognize one another. In the shadows, there lived another mythical creature.
Bu ne lan?
The ornate harvestmen.
Aa!
They scavenge the dark
Ananı
terrain
sikeyim, bu
for
çok...
whatever food they can find.
What the fuck?
By day 90, the dry season had come. There was no more rain, and the ground began to dry out. I carefully removed every last animal from the tank, but
diyor
not
ki
for
yani mor
Niye
pizzalar
çıkartıyor?
da böyle işte.
the reason you might think.
Yes.
Because on day 94, a dry thunderstorm was about to begin. A wildfire. It quickly began to spread.
Abi çıkartmasaydın hayvanları, onlar da dursaydı içinde. Karıncaları çıkartmadı.
Everything began to burn until every last plant was gone.
Doğal hayat işte.
Or so I thought.
Ulan. Ulan.
From the ashes sprouted new life. The cycle was going to begin all over again and again and again. Here is another ecosystem I made and
Doğa işte abi. Life. Şöyle. Hala olmuyor musun? Evet.
Secde 049 varsa
Başarılı chat.